Hello and welcome to the Doghouse as we've come back to the home confines of Alameda, Kansas. Clint Cox and Aim Baird here for Open Spaces Sports as we are about to start this junior varsity action. Here against Oberlin Red Devils have come to town to face off against our Northern Valley Huskies in the JV realm. One of the fun things we got for you tonight is that Ross Cole, the statistician, went back into the books.
He's like a stat wizard.
And has dug out all the junior varsity scoring stats. Really all the way back from, I've seen a Travis Valine on there. So we'll get into those as we get into this broadcast. But we better be quick because this is the third quarter. And we're only playing two here tonight as Northern Valley wins the tip. And they will start this way. There is Owen Hammond's going to fire a three. Owen's a 6-foot sophomore with number 15. With the rebound is number 14, Gabe Rudd. Reverse style and score for Gabe.
And you see down there, they're going really throwback. You're talking about Travis Valine JV stats. They found some jerseys from back before I was playing. I don't know what year that is.
These look like mine.
Oh, let's go.
I think I didn't even realize it. These are my jerseys from when I played.
They do not have the pants.
No, they kept the whites of the old, but the jerseys are late 90s. And I don't know when they got a new one. I know my brother had a new set of jerseys at some point. He was a freshman when I was a senior, so they might have exited it in 2000, 2002, something like that. Let's go down some of those other starters here for Northern Valley. Maverick Rogers is a 5'7" sophomore. Brody Preston, number 23, is a senior. And Brody stands 6 foot tall, or 5'11". He's number 25 in your books, but tonight he's 23. Who else is out there for Northern Valley? Oh, Gavin Tallheim. Gavin is a sophomore. Will start both junior varsity and varsity here for the Huskies. And a turnover will lead to transition opportunities here for the Red Devils. Stopping and shooting that is Caden Shaw. Caden is a freshman. Up high with this deep three is Cohen Oyen. I'll try and get that one good throughout the night as Oyen tries to feed inside. That's Brayson Kettrell. And he is also a freshman. Oyen is a sophomore. The other starters out there, number 31, Jace Osmeyer, and number 4, Kettrell, is a freshman. I think I got them all as they get set against the Northern Valley zone defense to start that inbound. And Gavin with a steal, and he'll go the other way in transition and lay it in over the top of number 23, Jesse Hendrickson, the last starter for the Red Devils. 4-0 Northern Valley.
Got the two-person reffing crew here in this one.
Yeah, I don't know where Riley is.
Really making sure Clay Preston's getting his feet wet now.
And quickly up the court, Owen Hammond with a bucket. So Hammond, Rudd, and Tallheim all with buckets here early in this first quarter.
Yeah, playing a really extended zone look. Gonna make that backcourt for the the Red Devils. If they can play like the Blue Devils, though, they're going to be having a pretty good night.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen out there and some sophomores getting some playing time here for the Red Devils. They're going to go into a 2-3 zone here against Northern Valley. Into the corner, Brody Preston, three on the way, is nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, when Northern Valley's gotten a shot off here in this game, which is only half a game, they have not missed. Their only mistakes have been trying to press a little bit and a couple turnovers, but if that shot goes up, it's as good as it can be, except for those two bunnies right there.
Gavin missed them both.
Too soon.
Two cottontails underneath, and he missed them both.
Cottontails, I like it.
Now Gabe with another rebound. The athleticism is playing off in this one, and he's playing hard. Always like to see Gabe engaged and going hard.
You do, and he was absent a couple of games the last week, so it's good to have him back. He's a good another depth piece. They can kind of play that extended post kind of that short corner, and he makes a difference, especially on the defensive side as a rim protector, because that kid can jump out of the gym.
Oyen picks up the foul here, is it? I've been told that everybody mispronounces it, so I'm trying.
Cohen Oyen.
We'll see how that works.
Caden Kinner I'm really bad with words right now. Caden Lowry, the throwbacks got me all messed up. Caden Lowry checked into the game for the Huskies.
He is wearing number 12, so that gives you a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's old Laser's number. Old Lance Kinnerconnect used to wear number 12 like that, and in the black shoes for that matter. But you weren't even born back in those days.
I was spending some time looking at the stat sheets from both of the squads, the guys and girls, before we started, so I'm all over the place with names right now. We were looking at the JV stats that I just got up here. I was excited about it. And yeah.
Gage Willoughby, number 11, checks in, is also a freshman, as well as number 25, Caleb Besner, is a junior into the game for the Red Devils. And you know, some of those stats, you have them in front of you there, Aim?
I do.
And what he did was he broke down scoring because he could go back to the scorebook and take a look at it. And to our surprise, not surprise, as Gabe Rudd scores in the interior one more time. Who's up there as the all-time leading scorer in junior varsity play for Northern Valley Huskies?
Well, you're looking at him. He's going to see if he can add to this total. But no, he didn't get the dish. It's Brody Preston at 303 points, and that was before this game started. So he's still trying to add to that, averaging 9.2 points per JV contest, which is pretty darn good considering most of these games, especially this year, have been a half a game. So if he had a full game to do that damage, imagine what he could be at that list.
And you got to remember, you might say, well, he's a senior out there playing on the JV this year. He didn't have a junior season.
No, he did not.
Nice take.
Yep, that's 2020 through 22, and then no 2023.
No 2023?
Yeah, because he was out of it, so they got the 2024 season. So I guess it would be this season, but it doesn't say there's 2023 on there.
Well, I would assume it would be this year as well. He usually does updated stats. He just missed that. It's Clay Van Patten checking into the game here for Northern Valley, who's out to a blistering 15-0 lead. And they will continue that as Tallheim puts up a three, no good. Osmeyer fights for the rebound. He was fouled. Excuse me, that's Caden Shaw that was fouled. Northern Valley's first foul will go against number 15, Owen Hammond. And some of those names as Aiden Keith checks in here to the game. On the scoring side, what's the top five here, Aim?
So the top five, you're going to see a lot
of total points, right?
Yep. So it's going to go top to bottom on total points, not average.
And
there's
one.
A nice shot there in the middle of the paint.
Caden Shaw will go to the line to complete a three-point play.
We talked about Brody Preston at the top of that list already at 33 games, sitting at 303 points. Rance Ames is second on there, 32 games, 243 points. So there's a pretty good gap between first and second. So Brody, even though he's sitting at as many games in his years, he's really making his mark on the top there. Then you got Cale Cox at 3. You know, he was a corner three-point shooter.
Assassin.
Yeah, had 241 points in 37 games. Then you got Mr. Fabian Loya, who I would not want to have played against him.
In JV? No way.
Because he was a force there in the middle. And then Mr. Mike Spear, 1993 to 1995, 235 points, and that's your top five. Sorry, Matt, you didn't get on. Matt Stutzman sitting at 6.
Matt was at 6, huh? Well, he's also a top scorer on the varsity.
Yeah, he played a lot. He started since he was a freshman, so he played only half games in all of those. So there was never any full games from Matt, and he's sitting at 6, so I'd say that's pretty good. Another
2 points for Shaw will give him all 5 of the Red Devils so far here in this first quarter. 1:30 to go. Tallheim thought about a 3. Now Van Patten will reverse the ball.
Red Devils down 10, but starting to cook on offense, and they need that because they were only playing 2 quarters in this game, so they don't have time to really be patient if they want to get back into this one. It has to start now.
Northern Valley doing a good job of crisp passes so far. They'll free up Van Patten for three. It's on the way. It's good!
Dropping it in. No hesitation there. You love to see that coming off the bench and being confident in your shot.
That ball hit nothing but the nylon. It was a beautiful shot by Clay. Three-pointer on the way, and the corner is going to be no good. Lowry will track down the rebound and kick it over to Tallheim with under a minute to play. 18-5, Northern Valley up as we get this one started here tonight in the Valley. We got a trio of home appearances here by the Valley to finish this season. Gavin's got 6 now.
Yeah, those 3 more games we got tonight, tomorrow, and then we'll be back here Monday. So not very much rest in between those games, but kind of the war of attrition before we head into sub-state in the postseason. So we'll be making sure all those Northern Valley players and all those fans are ready for a long run, hopefully late into the season.
Jonah Black into the game for Northern Valley, as well as Maverick Rogers and Gabe Rudd. With 15 seconds to go, we'll see if they can find Van Patten. He just hit one. See if he can hit another one. Into the corner for Lowry they go. They'll swing it all the way around. Van Patten's open. Thought about a three. Pump faked into the middle. And that ball batted backwards. Lowry will track it down with no time left to go. It will not count as Caden put it in off the glass. So it will not count. But Northern Valley, wow, out to a blistering start in this one. 20-5, Northern Valley leads after one. We'll be right back with more from Open Spaces Sports. Back into the second quarter of action. Clint should have looked a little deeper because not only did we have the front page, we've got an entire booklet of stats.
Pages. Got the most wins in a season in JV.
So, yeah, let's which would have been, probably 2 years ago when they went undefeated, I would guess.
It was not.
It was not.
Nope. In 87, 88, they went 15-1.
Wow.
85, 86, they went 14-0. I know those teams those years, at least in football, Northern Valley had a couple really good squads. They called them the Killer Bees because they almost got more playing time than the varsity squad a lot of times.
This pass will go awry and go back to the Red Devils after Jace Osmeyer put in 2 more. What are some of those other ones? You got blocks, most blocks in a season?
Most blocks in a season. We've got
for JV.
We do. Most blocks in the season was Tyler Montgomery. You want to guess the number on this?
Let's go like 40.
48.
Whoa.
48. That was a pretty good guess.
I was going long with the 40. That's how many games?
2009, 2010 season. I don't know. You're probably looking at probably 13 games, perhaps. That's just a guess.
And almost 50 blocks? Wow. I know he was tall. He was like 6'4", isn't he? Well, he's still 6'4". He hadn't shrank. And a lot of time he wears boots right now, so he's even taller.
Yeah, pretty tall out there. Oh, what else do you want to know? I got a lot of stuff here. I'm trying to run a camera while reading, though, so sorry if I'm slow at home.
And a 3-second violation will be called. Getting back to Northern Valley. How about, do they have something like best free throw percentage or something like that?
They do. It's Dusty Eagleberger at 81, almost 82%.
Wow.
Yep. But one of the most impressive ones, I'm going to look at Ivan Varela. He played, this is the 2018-2019 season. Best field goal percentage was 64.4.
From a guard.
And that wasn't all at the rim because he also has the lead for the best three-point percentage with 47.8.
He shot 47% from three?
That same year.
Talk about unstoppable. Inside, Caden Shaw is going to lead all scoring so far with 7. And now another steal as the Red Devils are trying to get back into this one. Nice move there. Will free up a three-pointer. On the way is no good. And a rebound falls to Maverick Rogers, but quickly stolen by Bryson Kettrell. And he'll go to the rim. He will be fouled. No. It'll stay here with the Red Devils.
Ooh, how about this? Who do you think had 23 points against Alma in 1996?
Okay, so I would have been in that game.
You would have.
Maybe.
You were sure in that game. Because it was you.
It was me?
It was you. You were in the top 10 on most points in a game.
How many did I have?
23.
How about that? I figured I knew who that was.
Yeah, you were definitely in that game. You were probably wearing these jerseys.
Yeah, I was wearing the number 13. 13. It doesn't look like anybody's got it on here tonight.
No, we're saving that one for the varsity game.
Oyen will score this one with that's Bryce Ketterl with 2. And now they've cut this lead in half from where it once was. Northern Valley started with a blistering start. Dribble up and fire is Brody Preston just off the mark. So how about some of those other top scoring games of all time in the junior varsity ranks? Because I can't be the number one.
You definitely aren't. That spot belongs to Mr. Gavin Tallheim with 34 points against Phillipsburg in 23.
Wow.
Yep.
That could have been one of those JV-only games, wasn't it?
And then a flamethrower-type game from Mr. Phillip Rupp in 2014. 31 points against Tri-Plains Brewster.
How many?
31.
I guess I wasn't around that much to watch Phillip play basketball.
Oh, he was running the rim, dude. He was fast. So that's how he did his damage.
This ball cannot be controlled by Cohen. Get back.
Matt Stutzman at number 3, 28 points versus Norton. And then assistant coach Ross Cole comes in at number 4, 27 points also against Ness City.
And now a steal, but now a backcourt violation as he couldn't quite slow himself down was Jesse Hendrickson. He'll give it back to Northern Valley. What's some of those other auxiliary stats that we talk about? I want to hear some more three-point percentages. Ivan is the leader of all time at 47%.
And then we talk about Coach Ross Cole once again, 45.5% in a season. I don't have career on that one. I just have your top
camera.
Seasons.
You're doing good on reading and running the camera. Could we see the highlight here? Oh, he struggles to get over the rim, but he put it in anyway.
He's got to put the moon shoes on, then he could get up there.
Thought we might see some rim rocking on that one, but he come up just short. Saved by a good play by Red Devil. Gets it to Cohen on the inside. Excuse me, that's Bryson. Surrounded by the pack of Huskies as Jace Ossemeyer just throws it up, and a held ball will go back to Northern Valley. Well, do they dive into everything, even like assists or something? We got a timeout here. I'm sorry, AIM. We'll have to give it to our sponsors, and we'll be back with more here at Open Spaces Sports.
Since the beginning, we've been helping rural America show the world what hard work can achieve. But the job is far from over. And as rural America grows further, we'll be there, just as we have for 100 years.
That bucket from Bryson Kettrell makes it just a 7-point ball game. Huskies have had a lead almost, was it 15, I believe?
I think so, and yet another Arari pass will lead to a fast break opportunity for Gage Willoughby, but it goes off a hint. It'll stay here.
With him.
Maverick and Gabe checking back in. I'm enjoying these stats. I hope you are at home. Let's look at a few more of them.
We would definitely be reading you some Oberlin stats, too, as we do love the trivia and stats, but we do not have those JV stats from the 80s.
Out of the Red Devils?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Gehring if he can get some of those as the AD over there, right?
There you go.
I want updated stats on your JV boys and girls. Gabe out front high. Hammond fouled him. It'll go to the line to shoot 2. Trying to crawl back into this game is the Red Devils. Now just trailing by 7.
Yeah, really good aggressive take by Willoughby. Knowing that Owen Hammond was kind of bearing down on him there and was going to meet him up towards the rim, but went strong anyway and got rewarded with a trip to the line. Leaves his first shot short.
Wow.
Checking into this game will be Cohen Oyen again.
One of the most impressive stats that I've seen. Consecutive wins by the JV boys. 27 consecutive wins. So if you played 86, 87, or 85, 86, you probably didn't lose.
Probably not. No, that's probably over 2 seasons of JV games. Or
it is.
Or it is 2 seasons of JV games.
They went completely undefeated, blocked in the interior by Gavin, and now try to poke it away as Brody Preston. It'll stay here. Some of the other ones It's a little confusion down there.
Willoughby with the big three here, leaves it short off the rim.
And now a held
rebound, but it ends up being a jump ball.
Let's see here. Best assist average. Top 5 would be Keith Sides, Rance Ames, Kevin Sides, and Joe Cox, 4.8 assists per night from the JV. Rebounds. Frankie Runyon was 7.7. Colton Bach was 7.9. Runyon played in 84 and 85. Three-pointer by Preston is no good. Here's some of the names we don't normally mention. Wade Bowman, 62% in 86-87 from the field. Flat getting it done on the JV side of things. Been a while since he's worn these jerseys. Well, the Valley staying in that zone for the most part here.
Willoughby with a nice move, just could not get the finish. But really nice work there with the fake. Going inside for Hammond. He's going to get fouled. It'll be white ball.
When you talk about individual stats on a per season basis, so in one season, Tracy Shear, all-time leading scorer by points per game, 16.5 and 79 and 80. We dug them all up here at Open Spaces Sports. Thanks to Ross Cole for giving them to us. We'll be back here in 30 seconds with more basketball.
Personal service and minor tune-ups, tire repairs, and more, you can depend on Home Oil Company of Almena. Whether it's filling up your car or pickup, or fuel delivery, or an oil change, you can trust the friendly people at the Home Oil Company. Home Oil Company of Almena supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics. Long Island Feed and Grain is a proud supporter of the Northern Valley Huskies year after year. At Long Island Feed and Grain, they are there to help you with your grain storage and marketing of your grain this year. That's Long Island Feed and Grain of Long Island, Kansas.
Long Island Ready Mix has what you're looking for in your concrete needs. With fast delivery with a consistent product, Long Island Ready Mix can turn your concrete dreams into a reality with high-quality cement.
Mittens of Oakley is located right off I-70 and Highway 40 in Oakley, Kansas, and they've been serving folks for decades. That's right, folks. They provide, of course, bulk fuel and oil delivery in 3 different states, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, you name it, they'll go there to take care of you. Plus, folks, they have a great convenience store. When you pull off the interstate, you can find about anything you want in the convenience store. If you're hungry, you can eat at the IHOP or run over to Sonic or maybe even Subway. It's all available at Mittens in Oakley, right off I-70 and Highway 40.
Well, back in with basketball. Maybe you don't want to live in the past. We've got less than 2 minutes to finish this game out as they're only playing 2 quarters here tonight. Northern Valley with a blistering first quarter put up 20, but only 2 points here in the second or fourth quarter. And this ball will be missed by Brody Preston, the all-time leading scorer in the JV.
Yeah, it's kind of been the tale of 2 quarters. Finished that with a run. I think they were up 20-5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now they got this at a 2-possession game. Only a 6-point lead for the Huskies.
And a blocking foul will put the ball out of bounds. Foul will go against Owen Hammond. Good thing we're only playing 2 quarters. He's got 3 fouls. High pass. Brody Preston steps in the middle of it. Now he'll flip it up with the right hand and put it in off the glass. Brody with 5 this evening. On the outside, they'll swing it way across for Cohen's open 3 is no good. As they pressure the ball, Owen Hammond will bring it down right up below us. Kick back out to the corner for Gavin Tallheim's 3. Long. Lowry tied up in there with Hendrickson. We've got a jump ball. We'll stay here with the Huskies. 55 seconds remaining. They will call a timeout here by the assistant coach Matt Osmeyer for the Red Devils, and we'll be back in 60 seconds with Open Spaces Sports.
Stephen Cox and Associates of Long Island, Kansas wish the Northern Valley Huskies good luck this year. Stephen Cox Association and its employees value good sportsmanship and are committed to the athletic and academic success of the students of Northern Valley. Go Huskies from Stephen Cox and Associates.
All American Glass is there to serve their customers wherever they are. At All American Glass, they feature NGA certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
Northern Valley kind of just needs to put one more bucket on the scoreboard to kind of put this really out of reach. Right now it'd be tough at an 8-point lead at the moment with 50 seconds to go, but not unheard of. They'll get it inside to Hammond. Step through move, good strong move, and better defense there by Willoughby. And now Hammond will foul again, as that's the 4th foul against him. And Willoughby will go to the line to shoot 2, or is that just the 4th?
Just number 4. Subs coming in for the Huskies: Maverick Rogers, Clay Van Patten, Aiden Keith, as well as Jonah Black. And they will leave in Gavin Tallheim.
Got to go fast. 3-pointer on the way, and just off the mark. He's 0 for 5 here tonight, but right there with it most of the time. Tallheim all the way to the rim and scores.
Yeah, and that's a bucket that they need to put this one away. You said it wasn't unheard of. Unfortunately, if you're a Huskies fan, if you were at that Alma game or watched it, you can know that people can score pretty quick in a basketball game.
Van Patten with the defensive rebound, and now with under 15 ticks remaining, Gavin will likely dribble it out for the most part. And an offensive foul will be called on Gavin.
Yeah, and I was kind of waiting for that call to come. I actually thought he was going to get it on the inbounds play, as he's been really creating a lot of space with that forearm shiver there. But going against a smaller player like Bryson Kettrell, it's really going to be noticeable for Stripes.
Well, he's a very physical player. Another 3-pointer on the way is going to be no good, and that will carry us to the end of the ball game. Here are my unofficial scoring for the Red Devils. Ketterl with 4, Oyen with 2, Jace Osmeyer with 2. 7 in the game for Caden Shaw will lead the Red Devils in scoring. Gavin Tallheim leads Northern Valley with 8, Owen Hammond 6, Brody Preston's 5, Clay Van Patten with 3, and Gabe Rudd with 4. Northern Valley wins 26-16 here in the JV game. We'll be back with your varsity girls action at 6 o'clock. I do not believe they'll start it any sooner than that, but make sure and tune in. We'll start the clock here on our broadcast with about 10 minutes before.